And welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I am the host of the show, Mike Briggs. The show is artists, authors, musicians, creative people, and stuff like that. And we're here every day. So, by the way, yesterday we interviewed an author from Ukraine. Later in the day, we interviewed an author from India. So we're international now, all over the world. And by the way, we're sitting in front of this picture of Yosemite National Park. And our first guest coming up, Shayna, I'm going to get it wrong. Shayna Bender, you're not exactly in Yosemite, but you're where?
I'm in Mariposa, which is about 40 minutes outside of the park. We're one of the gateway cities.
Good. So you are in Mariposa, but you're going to have an event in Fresno's Tower District. Is that right?
Yes, I lived in Fresno Tower District for 10 years, so it's I've still got a special place in my heart, and that's my performance home. Yeah. So yes,
and
Fresno.
We broadcast from the Tower District. We're right here at Olive and Van Ness, and just a half a block to the north, you're doing an event where?
At Labyrinth Art Collective. It's 1470 North Fresno, next door to
North Van Ness. North Van Ness.
Sorry, North Van Ness. Yes.
1470 North Van Ness, and you're going to teach people to belly dance. Is that right?
Burlesque dance.
Burlesque
dance. A little
dance.
bit different.
Sorry. How many mistakes can I make today? Burlesque dancing. And by the way, give us the date and everything.
It is Saturday, January 14th, so not this weekend, but next weekend.
Okay.
And it is from 9 to 4.
Okay, so Saturday, January 14th, 9 to 4, right here in the Tower District. Who can learn to burlesque dance?
Anybody. Burlesque is really for everybody. It's for all sizes, all colors. We actually need some boylesque dancers in Fresno. So, men who are interested in doing burlesque or draglesque or something interesting like that. So it's for everybody who wants to do it.
Yeah, my next question was going to be, wait a minute, can men do it? But you just answered that. So
yeah.
Men can do it. By the way, you mentioned drag. I guess drag is a form of burlesque sometimes.
They're similar. Some of the differences are that in burlesque there isn't any lip syncing, and in drag there really isn't a lot of dance. Right. So that's some of the primary differences that I see. But yeah, there's a lot of similarity. The over-the-topness is very, very similar.
Yeah. Beginner burlesque workshop. Is this your first one? Do you do these all the time?
I had my first workshop back in, I think it was September, and I'm working on some online courses as well. I don't have them up yet, but I'm very close. So this is my second live class that I'm teaching.
Okay. And do you think this will be an annual thing, a quarterly thing? Who knows?
Possibly quarterly, yeah, who knows? If we get enough people that are interested in it, I'd love to continue. We definitely need to build our burlesque scene back up in the Tower District.
Now, it's just one course, one day.
For now, I have some more courses in the works, excuse me, but it's a matter of, making sure I have enough people to teach that second level too. So we're getting, our second beginner class, and hopefully we get some people and we'll, have the next level.
Yeah, well, it sounds like for beginners, one could come to this class over and over. It's not like you're going to learn too much.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn for sure, and it's always good, even if you're experienced. I've taken beginning level classes before, so it's always good to go back to the basics and remember some of the foundational stuff. Yeah. So yeah.
Now, will this class result in a show, or maybe eventually, as the classes get more advanced, it'll result in a show?
Well, we do have some shows coming up for the Rogue Festival in March. Excuse me, suddenly have a frog in my throat.
Happens every time we turn the camera on, so sorry.
We do have some shows coming up in March for the Rogue show, and there will be opportunities for people to do a group number if they want to. Definitely not required, but it's an option if people are interested.
Well, I tell you, for our viewers who are watching, if you're thinking, oh, I'm too nervous for that, this is a great way just to go and take the class. But Rogue show would be a good place to get an introduction to the outcome of classes.
Yeah, Fresno audiences are very forgiving. If you mess up, they love you anyway, especially at Rogue time, and that's one of the reasons why I love performing in Fresno so much. And it's even if you don't want to perform, it's just a fun thing to do. If you want to just do it with your girlfriends and be silly and come and be playful and kind of get in touch with your sensuality, then that's totally acceptable too. It's there. You don't have to have a specific reason or a real drive to perform. It can be just I just want to find out what this is about and sort of be silly and have a day for me.
Yeah. How fun.
So that's perfectly acceptable.
How fun. Yeah. Now, Rogue is in March. Is your troupe all set up for March?
Yes, we have a show lined up. I can talk about that now.
Oh, please, that'd be great.
It's called Cabaret Macabre. It's going to be sort of unconventional. It does come with a bit of a trigger warning because we deal with things such as suicide, death, politics, religion, all the big triggers. Yeah. We wanted to be a little different and kind of go bold this time.
By the way, let's put this QR code up for a second. People who are watching, you can click, you can hold your camera right up to our screen, just like you're taking a picture, and I don't know, through some magic, a web address or something will pop up, and you click, and you could sign up for the class right through this QR code. And we'll put it up again at the very end of the interview, and we'll leave it up there a couple minutes for those who aren't fast at getting their capturing QR codes. Now, that QR code takes you where? To a place to sign up for the class? You pay for the class right there?
Yeah, it takes you to the Eventbrite link, which is how you register for the class.
Is there a cost for the class?
Yes, it's $130, which includes a feather boa and a pair of gloves.
Oh, nice.
and some patterns for costume, starting your first costume as well.
Well, that's very cool. I think that's very reasonable. I can't tell you what kind of things I've paid $130 for lately for a 4-hour event or a 2-hour event, and for a fun afternoon. By the way, the theme of our show is, people always say there's nothing to do in Fresno. Well, here's something in Fresno that's very cool and very fun, and I appreciate your doing this. I'm going to call you Felina Bella. That's your stage name, right?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
By the way, anybody that does this class, do you get your own stage name?
Yeah, I don't really talk about that so much in the first class. That's in my building a solo, because the first class, so the way I was kind of raised in the burlesque world is I started with a group number. There was a group of us that started. We took the class. We did a group number. And I think that's a really lovely way to kind of break into the performance thing. You're not have the pressure of having a solo, so you don't really need a name for a group number yet.
Okay.
And there's a lot that goes into trying to find a name. It took me a long time to settle, and I changed it a couple of times. So
well, Felina Bella is very, very beautiful. It's poetic.
Thank you.
And now we're way past time. I'm getting my signal, but this is so fascinating. I could go on for hours. But let's just recap. Say when and where. Now this is gonna air right up to the event. So don't say in 2 weeks. Just give the date, the time, the location.
Okay. Saturday, January 14th from 9 to 4 at Labyrinth Art Collective at 1470 North Van Ness.
Very good. And anything else you want our viewers to know?
Everybody's welcome, and come play with us.
I want to just say this. If you don't get QR codes, you didn't get any of that, just email Felina. Her email address is right there on the screen, felina.belladancer@gmail.com. Beginner burlesque workshop. How fun. There's so many things to do in Fresno. Thank you for doing this. Shauna Bender, Felina Bella. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.
Thank you so much.